Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Bruce Wayne. Welcome to another exciting episode of Bruce Wayne Live. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Um, Listen, I'm not even gonna try to expand on my tardiness. It is what it is. It's Mother's Day. Had to take care of what I had to take care of, but I hope y'all feeling good. Having a good week. Got a lot of topics we got to jump into tonight, man. COVID-19 still out there doing this thing. The loss of some giants in the world of music. Just a lot going on a lot of fronts. Certain individual released some music today. Got the hip hop world. I mean, not today, but a couple of days ago, got the hip hop world in an uproar. But once again, I hope you guys are doing well on this beautiful Mother's Day. I hope y'all took care of your moms. It's hard though. I know it's hard now with the COVID and everything going on. But hopefully I did the best y'all could do, man. Ordered out, picked it up, dined in, all y'all could do. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, shouts out to everyone that deals with me and follows me on all social media. My supporters, fans of my music and what I do. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you shoot over to Hip Hop Heads Worldwide. If you're on Facebook, shoot over there and join the group. You see that? Do your search. That pops up. That's Bruce Wayne. That's the Batman. That's my group. Join that group. You know what I mean? If you want to post hip hop music, stuff like things of that nature, as far as any news, world news, anything pertinent to the culture, you shoot over to Hip Hop Heads Worldwide, and do that. All is welcome. Everyone is welcome. But if your music is trash, more than likely it's not gonna go up. We don't deal with trash. But make sure you shoot over there. Also, this is gonna be rebroadcasted and syndicated on Twitter, YouTube, and any other means of broadcasting in and out the known universe. So this will be seen. Make sure you also, when you go over to that YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the kid. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. I'm on every Sunday at 8 p.m. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. COVID-19, still a pain in the ass, still a major obstacle and delay in the way we're accustomed to living our lives. But many states have chosen to open up. Many states have chosen to open up. I'll be like maybe like 40-something states have chosen to open up. You can put how you feel about that in the comments. I'll try to get to comments while this is happening, because this is live, baby. But if I can't, I'll definitely get to the comments afterwards. But thank you once again for everyone that's joining me. We have some bad news too on the line on the coronavirus front. Upcoming rapper, known and known. His name is King Shooter. You see him right there in the photo with Nas and Dave East. Has some bad news, man, that this brother passed away from the side effects or the mortal effects of COVID-19. I don't know the exact precise cause of death, but it was definitely induced by COVID-19. And I mean, he was only 24 years old. That young man was only 24 years old. So condolences out to him and his family. Condolences out to Nas, Dave East, anyone affiliated with him that's feeling the pain of his loss at this moment. King Shooter, rest in paradise, my brother. Corona is going in. It's hitting hard. You know, we also had a music legend pass as well this week. You know, and this one hits close to home. You know, because he's from the same place I'm from, out the Bronx, Bronsteel Projects, and this man definitely changed the landscape of hip hop. Talking about this man, Andre Harrell. R.I.P. to him, rest in paradise, my brother. He passed this week at the age of 59, which is relatively still young. You know what I mean? He still had a lot to give. He gave so much, but I believe he still had a lot to give. But shouts out to this man. This man, he's the one that basically gave Diddy his shot. He was also involved with Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, and he rose to fame. He rose to fame in the as a part of the rap duo Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm gonna try to get some of their music on. But back to his origin and my origin. He's from Bronsteel Projects in the Soundview section of the Bronx, which is home to a lot of alumni. He's got to be one of the biggest though, as far as alumni and the way he changed the landscape of hip hop. Also out of there, King Mario, Disco King Mario, one of the pillars of hip hop, one of the found fathers of hip hop. You know what I mean? I don't gotta tell street dudes or dudes that came up in the hood how rough the hood is, because everybody want to claim how rough their hood is. But I mean, my hood was rough as well, but it also had a richness in hip hop music. You know what I mean? Park jams, things of that nature. A lot of pioneers, a lot of things came out of them projects that affects hip hop to this day. Let me just throw that up real quick. Let me know what you're talking about. Right here, I'm talking about these projects right here, Bronsteel Projects. One of the pillars, one of the foundations of hip hop. The legendary Black Spades originated in these projects, which eventually, you know, transformed and and became the Universal Zulu Nation, which shouts out to the first, second, third section, 3 sections, one love. But that's the hometown. That's where he was born. So the musical influence was always around, and I'm pretty sure that being around these pioneers and that authentic hip hop element is what led this man to get into the music industry. And he transitioned well, man. He transitioned from rapper to CEO. And this is what I'm talking about as far as the independent spirit. Nowadays, it seems like it's cool for everyone to go independent. It's the thing now. But you talking about one of the pioneers of going independent. This man was pushing his own label like early 90s, involved in the game in the 80s. But he Uptown Records, which was successful. He also I know that they said he also had a connection with Alicia Keys, I believe. Matter of fact, he used to have a lot of rappers in the hood. 1055 first section. He used to bring a lot of talent through, and the heartfelt condolences and everything was pouring out for him this week. And like I said, we lost the big one, man. He brought us Jodeci, like I said, Mary J. Blige, Heavy D. He definitely changed the landscape of hip hop. And what I want to do is get into some of his early work. I'm gonna throw something on early from him. And this is a dope joint, man. If you're not familiar with it, you'll definitely be familiar with the beat. Check this out. Dopeness. Early vintage classic hip hop dopeness. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Chillin', now we're back for more. While we were away, we worked day and night, and now we think
Yeah. That's definitely a classic. Definitely a classic, man. Definitely a classic. Um, we also, but before I move on to that, I just want to keep on expanding on the legacy and the impact of the legacy, because it has to be said, like, if this guy didn't come along, and we'd have no Heavy D, we'd have no Biggie, no Craig Mack, you know what I mean, no Bad Boy Take That, the whole roster, because Puff would have never been in existence. You know what I'm saying? So it cannot be overstated, this man's influence and impact on the game. And in case you just tuned in, you're tuned in to Bruce Wayne Live. I'm here every Sunday, broadcasting on Facebook, then retransmitted through all social media. But there was an interview that he had did, basically speaking on that Andre had did, basically speaking on Puff and his insights into the game and all that. But you know what I mean, I could show you better than I could tell you. Peep it out.
You discovered Mary J. Blige, you discovered Jodeci, you discovered Sean Combs, you made him your A&R man at Uptown. You fired him, which is fascinating because you kept this relationship and you worked with him for many years.
When I fired him, it was like I had an artist in the building, right? Because Puff, as an executive, he really is a very artistic guy. He can make videos, he can style. So I started to branch out in the movies and the television. So then Puff wouldn't really listen to anybody but me. So my full-time job became managing Puff. And I was doing other things. So even when I let Puff go, for the whole time he was let go, he was always on payroll. I never stopped paying him until he found his next spot. His artists were always still getting per diem. Because I didn't do it to hurt him, but I knew it was time for him to grow. And the only way he could grow was if he was going to have the same kind of corporate conversations that I was subjected to. And then he would understand what he could and could not do. And the final straw for me was when MCA wanted me to not put out the Biggie Smalls album because they didn't like the subject matter, and they wanted me to tell him he's got to change his tone. And it wasn't up to me, I felt, to tell a generation what they could and could not do artistically. So I knew it wasn't going to work because he was coming from a new space and a new era. The Dr. Dre Chronic album that came out, and that was a major influence over music. So whereas I had Heavy D, who was more like a happy, female-loving, uplifting kind of celebratory artist, Puff's Heavy D was Biggie Smalls.
Yeah.
And Biggie Smalls was more like in the streets and telling street stories, and he told them well.
And that was a transition in hip-hop.
And big in New York.
Yeah.
For New York. And Biggie Smalls ended up becoming my favorite rapper of all time. But I didn't want to sit there and be the one confining Puff because the corporation was telling me to do that. I'm not built that way. So I told Puff he needs to go and create his own opportunity. You red hot. I'm really letting you go so you could get rich.
Yeah, and he did, and you guys together, you did as well.
Yeah. That was Andre Harrell breaking it down from our town, from my hometown, Bronxdale Projects, man. A lot of alumni came out of there. I'm one of those alumni, you know what I mean, doing my thing. A lot of dope rappers came out of there, still active in the game. We also lost another legend. I mean, COVID's running wild, baby. I can't even say COVID because I believe, I don't want to be misquoted, but I believe Andre passed from heart failure. I could be wrong, but that's what I seen. But things change. I don't know if an official autopsy has been done. A lot of people from my hood been throwing up like old photos and pictures of him and all that. It's funny because if you go to the Wikipedia, if you just Google him, you go to the Wikipedia, initially you'll see it say Harlem. No disrespect to my Harlem people, but then you click on the link and it shows you. It says that he was born in the Bronx. So that's a Bronx product right there. And like I said, 2020 is just coming hard. We also lost another icon this week. We lost another one, man. Little Richard. I mean, let me tell you something, man. You dealing with me, watching this, I'm dealing with straight music. I know a lot of young cats might be like, yo, Little Richard, who's that? What are you talking about? We gotta remember the pioneers. We can't forget the pioneers. We gotta honor the pioneers. You know, Little Richard, rock and roll pioneer, had hits like Tutti Frutti, Long Tail Sally. He was basically an influence on a lot of the rock artists that came after him, black and Caucasian. A lot of Caucasian artists did emulate a lot of the early black rock and roll artists, including the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, the Byrds, you know. So the influence is tremendous. I believe Paul McCartney shot something out on Twitter. He wrote a letter, a poem to Little Richard on his just his feelings and sentiments towards the passing of the legend. I know Paul McCartney is one of those artists. I believe he was also influenced by Stevie Wonder, you know. And a lot of people don't know this, but Little Richard, I believe he popped. His career really was like in the 50s and all that, but later on, when the civil rights movement was in swing and African Americans were fighting for equal rights and stuff like that, he was integral in that financially. You know, he did a lot of shows, he did a lot of concerts, and he would also use the revenue that he got from that to help in the civil rights movement to stop things like, you know, segregation and just oppression that was happening to black people. So R.I.P. Little Richard, salute to him. And 2020, so far, you've been a motherfucker, you know. But rest in peace to Little Richard and Andre Harrell. Like I said, he was responsible for so many greats in the game. Matter of fact, like I said, there would have been no Big if Andre Harrell wouldn't have got Puff and gave Puff them opportunities, man. But you know what it is, it's your boy Bruce Wayne. You're watching Bruce Wayne Live. Yo, let's get into something classic. Let's go.
Fuck all you hoes. Get a grip, motherfucker. Yeah. This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop, smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world's trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Raw G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. I made the change from a common thief to up close close and personal with Robin Leach, and I'm far from cheap. I smoke skunk with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me, now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast, condos in Queens, indo for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Living life without fear, putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood, and it's still all good, And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
You know very well who you are. Don't let them hold you down. Reach for the stars. You had a goal, but nothing remains. 'Cause you're the only one. How if you couldn't finish?
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green, leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack. Now my mom pimps a act with minks on her back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the sauce. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Damn right I like the life I live. Cause I went from negative to positive and it's all. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
You know very well who you are.
Yeah, that's a classic right there. That's a classic right there. And if you're just jumping in, you're tuned into Bruce Wayne Live, man. I'm here every Sunday. Then we rebroadcast on other social networks. A lot going on in the news, man. It's a rough year, man. It's a rough year, but all I can say is all I can do is give out words of encouragement and just hang in there. Once again, happy Mother's Day to the mothers. Hopefully, 3-4 months from now, August, September, whatever, August, we out there enjoying the sunshine and enjoying life. You know what I mean? Things are still dangerous and wild in this country for a black man. You know what I mean? These two right here, responsible for killing a young man this week that was simply doing nothing but out there trying to get some exercise. You know, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Ahmud Arbery, it's like every couple of months, you know, it ain't even years no more. It's like every couple of months, it's a new story coming out about a black person being killed for committing no crime other than being black. And that's just real talk. I mean, he's going through the neighborhood, he's jogging, he's getting his exercise on, and he's confronted by 2 Caucasians, one, a father and son. Yo, what you doing here? Where you coming from? XYZ. And he probably did what most of us would do, like, nigga, who you? Nigga, you ain't police. Whatever. You just pulling up randomly in some pickup truck asking me questions about what I'm doing here. I'm exercising my right as a human being to work out and jog. Nigga, what you talking about? So anyway, it didn't end well. As we know, we've seen the footage. And what makes it even worse is that when the footage came out, people, even myself included, I thought it was a new story. I thought it was fresh news. I'm like, damn, this is some foul shit. I'm thinking it just happened like this week, maybe last week, and then you come to find out, yo, this thing happened in February, man. In February. Why was there no prosecution? Why was there no arrest made? You know what I mean? It took for the video to come to light, celebrities to get involved, and people to start yelling and making noise and calling for justice. I mean, when's the day gonna come when a black man could just get justice just because that's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Now they're saying the prosecutors and everyone in the case out there, happened in Georgia, by the way, was trying to bury it, man, just trying to like let it go. Like, I guess they might have been chums with the guy or whatever. I believe his name is Gregory Michael, putting it out there. You know what I mean? Gregory Michael, I believe that's his name. And they said that, I guess the prosecutors knew him. See, somehow they got a relationship. And it's the funny thing to me, they got pictures floating around of him now, the father. I believe the son pulled the trigger, but they got pictures floating around now of the father in full Ku Klux Klan apparel. You know what I mean? In full Ku Klux Klan apparel. I'm going to put it up right there so y'all could get a better look. You know what I mean? You could tell that's his son because they both got the same weak-ass chin. You know what I mean? Hairline receding and all that. You know, felt like big men rolled up with him with the hammer and did the bullshit. You know, but I'm definitely not feeling that. And I'm watching this case closely, and I hope you guys are watching this case closely too, because just because they arrested him don't mean it's going to be a prosecution. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's going to be a prosecution, because we've seen that before. They'll arrest people and then nothing comes of it. You know what I mean? Nothing comes of it. So hopefully that's not the case in this scenario. Also, moving on, hip hop was in an uproar this week. You know what I mean? I know you like, yo, Bruce, it's like the third show you talking about this nigga. Whatever, nigga. Yo, because of this guy. Yeah. This guy released some music this week, and it just sent hip hop into a tizzy. And it wasn't the fact that he released the music, it was the fact that the blogs and stuff like that, and certain blogs and all that was supporting it. But we're gonna get back to that later. You know what I mean? He released the music. He got some traction on it. He got some traction on it. And later on, we found out son had to be moved, man. This is what I was talking about the last go around. Son had to be moved. Wherever they had him at, someone saw him, spotted him, and put the address out there. So the feds moved son. You know what I mean? Lickety split. The feds moved son lickety split, bro. So that lets you know that's their man. That's who they rocking with. And for them to swoop in that fast is crazy. But we're going to get back to more of that, man. I'm going to jump into some more music. Just continue watching. Yo, this one's my joint. This one's called Respect the DJ. Available now everywhere on all platforms.
Yeah, let's go. You already know why we came. Let's do it. Hey, yo. Ain't no party like a turned out party, cause a turned out party don't stop. And if the DJ's killing it, tell him keep killing it. Make sure the music don't stop. Say I'm hater proof. I'm hater proof. Say I get that bag. I get that bag. Say I'm hater proof. I'm hater proof. Say I get that bag. I get that bag. Back just a glance, give a hernia. And she's a dance floor murderer. But these standing around the furniture, but I'ma risk it all just for a turn with ya. I don't flip, I don't dip, I don't wobble dance. Say that for them in the funny pants. Funny hairstyle, spending funny money. I got the hood rich Warren Buffett money. Good with me, girl, you're gonna need a breather. Curves on your frame, got it, the Inca. Black or white girl, jungle fever. I don't discriminate, back to your Shaniqua. Hot, yeah, I'm hotter than the Smurder dance. I only two-step out of circus dance. Triple shot of Henny, that's that bedroom bully. But on deck, girl, with me. Ain't no party like a turned out party, cause a turned out party don't stop. And if the DJ's killing it, tell him keep killing it. Make sure the music don't stop. Say I'm hater proof. I'm hater proof. Say I get that bag. I get that bag. Say get it straight off the block, boys. My welcome home fresh from a top, boys. I let a body speak through the club noise.
Yeah, that one's called Respect the DJ, man. You can get it everywhere. You can shoot over to www.brucewayne.com and pick that up as well. Yes, you can also shoot over there and pick that up. But back to the whole situation with Takashi. You know what I mean? Who should we really be upset with here? Should we be upset with him, or should we be upset with hip hop media? You know what I'm saying? And the kid, you know what I mean? He went online, he went live, broke the internet and all that, and was trying to give his side of the story, talking about niggas is fucking his baby moms, threatening his life and all that, trying to give us the internal of as to why he did what he did. And it's there for y'all to see. But for y'all to make y'all own decisions, I'm not gonna get into a debate about that. But my thing is this, right? It's the blogs, man. The hip hop blogs. I mean, are they neutral when it comes to reporting news, or are they to be held accountable to who they give light to? I want to know how you feel about that. I'm gonna give my little 1-2 on that. But because there was a lot of artists that was very upset to see the song he released this week on so many sites. I ain't put it up on my site. You know what I mean? Somebody threw it up in my group. And I wasn't gonna approve it, but I like what it said over the header, so we let it rock. But my thing is, like, you got a lot of these sites out here that they claim that they're like official representatives of hip hop and hip hop culture. And if that's the case, we know that a lot of things, there's a certain thing that come with that, as far as like snitching and street code and certain things like that. So my thing is that if y'all repping the culture and y'all so quick fast to say how y'all so authentic and y'all about that hip hop culture and that life, why is he appearing on y'all site? Why y'all got him plastered all over your site? So that lets me know it's all about monetization and clicking. It's all clickbait. Y'all don't give a shit about the culture, man. Y'all just send it for the clicks. And I seen in a lot of comments on a certain site that was getting so much heat. They try to like throw out a little editorial after, where the editor was like trying to shit on the song he released and called it some clown shit. It's too late. It's too late. And you know the Russian guy, the Russian TV guy, he had it right on top of his site, the Russian TV guy, right on top of his site. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this your boy Bruce Wayne, man. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come through, if you want to come through for interview, you got some music that you like to promote, just holler at the kid. I ain't going to be asking you no questions that could incriminate you or send you to jail or send your peoples to jail. We're going to focus on your music. We're going to focus on how you're moving right now. I'm not dealing in sensationalism, you know what I mean? So, but as far as the sites, I really think it's just about views, man. It's just about monetization and views. And I think us as the culture, we got to do something about it. We got to take control of our own press, start our own platforms. Bruce Wayne Live every Sunday, your own platform. You know what I'm saying? And not be subjected to vultures and people that's just in it, and they're not in it for genuine reasons. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. But once again, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you shoot over. I'm gonna keep promoting that, man, because I'm on a mission. Make sure you shoot over to Hip Hop Heads Worldwide, one of the most thorough groups on Facebook. Shoot over there. Make sure you become a member. You know what I mean? You can post your music. You can post political news, whatever you like to post, man. I'm not saying it's gonna get put up, but if it's dope and it's not overly ridiculously offensive, there's a great chance. So shoot over there. There's strength in numbers. If you about your hip hop and you're about that real music, make sure you go and join that group. You know. Also, as if people ain't shook enough already and scared to come outside. I couldn't believe this when I saw this, man. Like, they got some new shit out here called the Murder Hornet. The Murder Hornet, man. I saw that come on the news, and I'm like, right there, the fucking Murder Hornet. And I'm seeing, and then I'm looking, and I'm hearing whispers. I'm walking, and I'm looking online and media. I'm seeing niggas I thought were real niggas is scared. Talking about, oh shit, they ain't fucking with that. They ain't coming outside. My nigga, that's just a fucking big ass bumblebee, my nigga. That's just an overgrown bee. You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing motherfuckers quaking in their boots. Motherfuckers is quaking in their boots on Facebook, throwing up pictures. Yo, you seen that shit? My nigga, that's just a fucking big bumblebee. That's just an overgrown bee. And motherfuckers are scared. I ain't gonna call no names. I ain't gonna say nothing, but it's a couple of dudes. Y'all know who you are. I'm talking about motherfuckers that's supposed to be thorough niggas. Motherfuckers that engaged in shootouts, fisticuffs, one-on-one or mono knife fights, up north, upstate, downstate. And these niggas is talking about they ain't going outside because they're scared of a big fucking bumblebee. A fucking bee. Yo, man, fuck that bee. Real shit. And for y'all scaredy cats, guess what? You know, Mother Nature always has a way to rectify things, right? Because now they're saying that the big ass, that the murder hornet, then that's another thing too, man. Let me get back to that. Hold on, before I move forward. I'm on this whole murder hornet thing. First of all, why in the world is it named the Murder Hornet? The Murder Hornet. What kind of scientific name is that? There's nothing scientific about that name. You know what I mean? Was it named that by a white man? Because usually white scientists, I don't know what's the name of the science that study like anthropology or some shit. I don't know if that's the one. If I'm wrong, so what, nigga? Google it. But the point I'm trying to make is, when since do they give a insect a name like that? Usually they call it the Aronimus, Spasponymous, and then you look and you're like, oh, that's a fucking beetle or whatever. Where the fuck the name Murder Hornet come from? That shit is purposely done to scare people. You know what I mean? People of color. Because, you know, once we hear the term murder, that's an eyebrow raising term. Niggas take a pause. Murder. The Murder Hornet. Hold on. That shit raise an eyebrow. You know, niggas will stop what they doing. There's a bee going around, an overgrown bee going around killing niggas, and it's called the Murder Hornet. They named that bee, that Murder Hornet, to just instill more fear in people. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? As I was preluding to, the Murder Hornet has a natural enemy that could keep his ass in check. And guess what it is? Listen close. It's Francis the praying mantis. They got a video of a praying mantis eating the murder hornet. I mean, from head to toe, just start biting on a hornet. I thought the motherfucking hornet was gonna start screaming. The shit, if insects had lungs, that motherfucker was screaming at the top of his lungs because he was eating the shit out that murder hornet. You know what I'm saying? So, put your big boy pants on. Put your big boy pants on, or you scared niggas, and go outside, man. Don't be afraid of the murder hornet, man. Also, out now everywhere. The Dark Knight album 2, my joint, there goes the artwork. Little Gritch running through it, but there goes the artwork. Make sure you go pick that up. Support your boy. Support your boy. Go pick that up. But that's out now everywhere, man. With a bunch of dope music on that. A lot of dope music. Light Show. The joint featuring Chris Rivers. The joint featuring my bro, Fam Illy. You know what I'm saying? And we winding down. I pretty much touched on a lot of things, man. I'm gonna make sure I play some more music the next show. But also, what's going on with the whole face mask thing, man? The whole face mask thing. I see a lot of people, some people out there, some are doing it, some are not doing it. But my question is this. You know, you got designers jumping on the face mask. They're making designer face masks. You got some dudes out there wearing face masks with fangs on it, like that's supposed to prevent me from checking your chin, nigga, because you got a face mask with a werewolf face on it. Let me chill out. Sometimes I be going off the rails. But yo, on some real shit, is it or is it not making women more appealing? This is to the fellas. Because I ain't gonna front, man. You'll see a female, she may already like have a nice frame or whatever, and then she got the mask on. Does it spark your interest? Does it make like, damn, is it more appealing? You know what I'm saying? It's like almost like the mask is almost making all women seem like they got class, right? Like you can't even tell like no more. Like they got the ratchet mouths. If she got a ratchet mouth, her shit's covered up. Her dental work might be fucked up. You might think shorty bad, right? You take the shit off, her dental work just fucked up. You're like, damn, I fucked up. But yo, man, stay woke, stay blessed, and stay safe. I'm about to get the hell on up out of here, man. And like I said, once again, rest in peace, Andre Harrell. Rest in peace, Little Richard. Stay woke out there. Wear the mask. Do what you gotta do, because the boys is out there acting stupid. This your boy Bruce Wayne. And yo, like I said, once again, you make sure you go over there and join that, and we're gonna be straight. Also, right here, make sure you shoot out to www.brucewayne.com and follow the kid. Make sure you shoot over to WayneEnterprises.com for the latest hip-hop news. Latest hip-hop news. You want to advertise on the site. You want to get in contact with me. Any bookings, show opportunities. You want to try to come over on the show. That's the email right there. thatmusicpro@gmail.com. Also, you like what you're hearing. You want to help keep the show going. You can shoot over a little Cash App. The Batman does take bread. Right there, send that Cash App over to Wayne Enterprises, man. But as I was saying, stay woke, stay safe. And if you are seeing this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This your boy Bruce Wayne. I'm fucking out of here, family. I'm out of here.